Hello, everybody here on YouTube. Thanks for joining me here today. This is David Round for Favorite Farm and Soil Enriching Technology, or SET. Trying to get my webcam and my audio screen capture to working, but it just didn't seem to work today. So I thought I would get on here and tell you about an issue that had come up in the agricultural department. I got an email from Feeding America, the hunger relief advocate, and it says here in their email to me, "Dear supporter, earlier this week the House of Representatives decided to proceed with the Farm Bill by splitting it into two separate pieces of legislation. A farm-only bill, which would cover agricultural programs, and a nutrition bill. Today the House passed the agricultural-only bill. It remains to be seen what will happen with the nutrition bill, which would fund critical anti-hunger programs like SNAP and TFAP, or TEFAP. What does this mean? It means passing a strong farm bill that ensures hungry Americans continue to have access to programs that help them put food on the table will be even more difficult. We expect this split is going to result in deeper cuts and harmful policy changes to SNAP when the nutrition portion of the bill is brought to the floor." That's not right, they say in their email. Lost amidst the partisan politics and political maneuverings, in their email they go on to say, is the fact that nearly 50 million Americans struggle with hunger, and a farm bill that doesn't adequately fund programs like SNAP ignores and undermines that important fact. In short, it will lead to lost meals for struggling families. What happens next is unclear. What we do know is that the fight continues and we'll need your help even more. In the meantime, we must keep the pressure on Congress. You can share your views, and they give a link as this process continues. Stay tuned. We'll need your voice as we continue to fight for a strong farm bill. Sincerely, Brett Weisel. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Weisel, Director of Advocacy of Feeding America. Now, I don't know how many folk are out there that are in agricultural or in the agriculture department, or you grow your own food and so forth. But this to me is just another step in the direction of trying to put the thumb upon people, to hold them down and hold them back. No, I don't believe that the government should support us as individuals and be the ones who are responsible for our health and so forth. But if they're going to create programs such as this, like SNAP, TFAP, the agricultural bill, and all the other millions of bills, then by all means do right by the people. And this is just another, if you want to call it, notch on the governmental gun, in my opinion, to try and take the rights and privileges of the American people, or people in general in the United States of America, away. This is one more notch. And I just had to share this with everybody. But their website is, of course, Feeding America, and go over to the Take Action part of it. It's https dot // it's actually // secure.feedingamerica.org, and I won't read the rest of the URL, but it says tell Congress to protect your anti-hunger programs. You put in your name, your address, your email. Already has a response over on your, or you can personalize the message, but it already has a canned response, and I went ahead and filled it out and sent it in, because I don't think that it's fair to the people of the United States of America, if you're going to create a program, like I said, create a program to feed the people, or be able for them to feed themselves. And I don't want to get into all the no-nos and all the other areas. I'm not trying to bring anyone down or bring the government down or anything like that, but I just think that we need to stay on top of this and go over and send that email out to all your members of Congress. Let them know that they need to protect and strengthen the anti-hunger programs, as they say in their email. So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention, and and let me know what you think. Put it in the comment box. Please, no cussing. This is a G-rated site. I know people can get pretty heated in the battle of many things, but let me know what you think. Let me know, like and subscribe to this channel and comment, but keep it G-rated. Please keep it G-rated, and I will continue to work on my webcam and my screen capture, because I was going to let everybody see this, and for some reason or other, the whole page just went white, so I figured it's some message is better than no message at all, and to get the word out and let everybody know that Feeding America is pushing this email very strongly, and I feel very strongly about it because I myself personally am in the agriculture arena, not only trying to feed my own family, but provide nutrition through quality food products, or food, I should say, in the agriculture arena to people around me. So it's not just something that I happen to run across and I feel that I should do this. No, I feel strongly about it in every way, not only for my own family, but for the lives across the many spans and cultures and arenas of the landmass that we call the United States of America. And it's a freedom and a privilege that we enjoy, and we can't let our freedoms and rights be taken for granted, or not let them know how we feel. It's something that we need to let them know how we feel, and one voice can make a difference. Don't ever think that it can't. One voice can make a difference. So let's get on this, and please get out there and rally the support, because there's countless, untold thousands of people, families, children, men and women, boys and girls who need the SNAP program and who need TFAP. And the agricultural bill needs to be, I believe it needs to be revamped, and it needs to be put together in a way that it benefits everyone, across the board. But the only way that they're going to know how that's possible is by you, the consumer, and you, the farmer, or you, the middleman, whatever arena you're in, wherever you're at, by letting them know, by letting Congress and the Senate, and letting them know before it's actually signed into a bill, that this thing is not right, and we need to do something about it. Let your voice be heard, and I appreciate each and every one of you so very much, and I want you to by all means tell others about this, get the word out as quickly as possible, because I'm sure that they're going to move on this as fast as they can, or it's just going to die out in one of the arenas in the governmental bureaucratic red tape, or they're going to throw in more red tape. So let's not let that happen, and not only for ourselves, but for the lives of countless untold children, adults, as well as families and other people. So, and like I said, I understand that you're probably going to say, well, there's people on it that don't need to be on it. I have my ears open, but let's not get into that. Let's not get into the who, she, this, he shouldn't be on it, she shouldn't be on it. Well, we got untold countless thousands of people coming across the border. Let's not get into that. It's just because what happens is then you're dissecting the whole anatomy of everything and beginning to put different restrictions on it. And that's how we lose the fight in many, many arenas, in my opinion. So, like they said, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just bringing this to your attention, and I would hope that each and every person would go over to the Feeding America website and to take action and tell Congress to protect the anti-hunger programs. Like it said here, it says on their website, as Congress works to write a new farm bill and bring out fiscal House bring our fiscal house in order, we must remind them that cutting programs that put food on the table for hungry Americans is not the right way to balance the budget. Help us urge Congress to protect and strengthen anti-hunger programs. Make your voice heard today, and that's all they're asking. And the recipients are your senators and your House of Representatives. So it will go to all of those. You just put in your name, your email address, your address, city, state, zip code, and what phone number you'd like to be reached on, whether it be mobile, home, or work. And if you do mobile, of course, then they ask you if you'd like to receive time-sensitive Feeding America alerts via text messages. And then you check the boxes down below if you'd like to receive periodic updates and communications from Feeding America. And then also check the box to say, remember me. And then on the far right-hand side, after all those boxes, they have the message, please protect hunger relief programs in the Farm Bill. Dear decision maker, as Congress considers how to proceed on the Farm Bill in 2013, I urge you to oppose cutting the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program and intervene in the Emergency Food Assistance Program, which is TFAP. I understand the need to balance the budget, but we must do it in a way that reflects our values as a nation. Asking hungry families to bear the burden of reducing the deficit does not reflect those values. And then, of course, in the message that they have, it's a canned message, but it gets a message across. I support my local food banks, and I know they are struggling to meet the needs of our community. Food donations are drying up, gas and food prices remain high, and nearly 50 million Americans face hunger. I know Congress is considering how to balance the budget, but cutting programs that help low-income Americans put food on the table is the wrong way to reduce our nation's deficit. While food banks, churches, and pantries are doing great work in our community, charity alone cannot meet the need for food assistance. You have an opportunity to make a real difference in the lives of hungry Americans. As Congress considers how to pass a new farm bill and reduce our national debt, Congress must protect and strengthen hunger relief programs like the Emergency Food Assistance Program, TFAP, and our Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. With unemployment still high and many Americans struggling to make ends meet, Congress cannot cut the programs that are helping many of our neighbors put food on the table. Given the associated healthcare, educational, and economic costs of hunger and poor nutrition, cuts to these programs are not only immoral, they are short-sighted and costly in the long run. As your constituent, I ask you that you remember the families who are struggling in our state and remain committed to protecting programs that are a lifeline for hungry Americans. Please protect and invest in TFAP, SNAP, and other hunger relief programs. Sincerely yours, your name and address, city, state, and zip code, which they fill in for you. So I pray that you would take the time to make your voice be heard and get out there on the internet and not be demeaning or angry, but let your voice be heard to the congressmen and the House of Representatives, and let them know that this message needs to get out there, and you can't just cut programs because you have a fiscal budget to meet. There are other areas that you can reduce or figure out new alternatives to. There's all kinds of ways, which I'm not going to get into, but there's all kinds of ways that you can cut back, reduce, or you can increase, that will make our nation stronger, I don't know what else to say, but it's just sad that they're trying to figure out, first they want to cut the farm bill, and then they want to split the farm bill into two separate parts. And you've continued for years to put the farm bill and SNAP and TFAP together, which is a responsibility coming from the USDA for SNAP and TFAP. So don't cut it now, and don't cut it back. You got too many people that are on it that need help, and I agree. Probably some of you will say there's too many people on that don't need it. Well, let's not get into that, but people need help regardless, and if you've ever worked in a food bank or a food pantry, you know what I mean. You've seen the lives that come through there, and for whatever reasons you may have thought that they did or didn't need it, and that's not up to us. I truly believe that's not up to us. That's like saying my wife doesn't need a fur coat. That's not, their decision. That's a decision that, I made, and irregardless on how people feel about the fur coat deal, which I'm just bringing it up as an example, you make that decision based upon you, and then you hold the responsibilities as well as the actions for what you did based upon what you made the decision on. You hold that responsibility. You hold it. You and you alone. And yes, it does affect others, but ultimately the decision comes down to you, and that's what this bill is. It comes down to a decision where it's not going to just affect, I for the life of me, I don't understand that you cut something, but you're not suffering, you're not going through, and we need to encourage our senators and our congressmen and let them know, that, hey, we support the Farm Bill, we support SNAP, and we support TFAP and all the other anti-hunger programs, but, we can't cut it in order to meet the fiscal budget or the fiscal needs of that. Find a different program, and don't take it out of Social Security, for goodness sake. Don't take it out of some of the other needed programs. Find a pork project. Find something that, like the study of how, and they did it years ago, the study of how flatulence from cattle affect the ozone layer. Take it out of that budget. Just goofy programs that don't need. Take it out of that instead of cutting something that's needed for people. So that's my 2 cents worth, and I just thought I would bring that to your attention. Like I said, my webcam's didn't want to work with my new screen capture program. I thought I had it all set up, and I was going to show you the actual email that I got and show you the website and everything like that, but it didn't work, and then it wanted to freeze up my computer and everything turned white. So I figured, well, it's better to have an audio program or an audio talking about it rather than nothing at all. So that's my 2 cents on it. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. This is David Elon Brown for Favored Farms and SET, Soil Enriching Technology. So I do thank you for listening. For today, it's listening. Hopefully, the next video that I put up will be you can watch. So thank you for listening, and I pray that you'll go over and let Congress know. Let Congress know through the Feeding America website. Take action. Tell Congress to protect our anti-hunger programs because time is short. We need to let them know and get the word out to as many people as possible. And flood their websites, or flood not just their websites, but flood their email addresses and flood their switchboards with this information. Let them know. You can't cut it, and I believe that we can make a difference. We can make a difference, and don't let a day go by that you don't go out there and do something to make a change, because you can make a difference. So thanks again. This is David Elon Brown for Favored Farm and Soil Enriching Technology. Going to bring you some more things in the agriculture arena and different areas in agriculture. So thanks for watching, listening today, and like I said, continue to come on over to this side and listen and watch, and please like, subscribe, and comment, but please keep it G-rated. Thanks again, and we will see you next time with more updates on the agriculture industry and the things that are going on, and some tidbits and information that are going on out there. So thanks again for visiting, and please subscribe, like, and comment. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.